call is connected. Okay. Sorry. If you look down at fourth page, it gives a nice overview. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this to Blackboard, and then you guys can actually look at this study, and then we'll talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up, and we're going to take a look at workplace violence. So in this slide, it's really indicative that workplace violence occurs in 82% of nurses at some point of their career. That's a phenomenal number, isn't it? Anyone noticed in their recent practice that they've been a victim or a witness of workplace violence as a registered nurse? I put distance between myself and the client. Interesting. Like a bed. And do you feel that you're in a situation at work that you feel comfortable reporting? Because many of these assaults go unreported. There are four categories of violence by strangers. Four categories of violence by strangers, clients, co-workers, and personal relations. There are risk factors that are associated with potential violent situations, and they're listed right here. I think it's very important that when we talk about strategies, no matter what the category is, that our behavior remains in such a way that we are helping to diffuse anger, presenting a calm, caring attitude, don't try to push or posture, and above all, don't give the individual any orders and back them into a corner. Then you want to also do some safety for yourself by keeping an eye out for an open path if you need to exit, and avoid behaviors that might be interpreted as aggressive. For example, doesn't this make me look angry? Is that something I probably shouldn't do if I was, approaching someone who was angry and frustrated? I think, okay, guys, wake up. We should have scrolled out. So, moving on. So, horizontal violence is a specific kind of violence that occurs in the workplace, and it's defined as an act of aggression that's towards a colleague up here. And it can be subtle, or it can be really a robust behavior. It could be belittling, withholding information, freezing a person out of group activity. So it could be verbal threats, or it could be physical violence. I now want to show you a video that will we'll hold off on that video for a moment. So if you want to manage horizontal violence as a nurse manager or in a leadership position, you want to basically observe the culture of what's going on in your unit. And if you see something, to call it for what it is and label it, and bring it to the attention at your next staff meeting that you're going to have a zero tolerance policy, and that this won't be tolerated. The final form of violence or workplace behaviors that you might encounter is sexual harassment, which is a form of sexual discrimination. And again, that can be as something that is physical, or it can be verbal, or any kind of unwelcome sexual advance that occurs that makes the person feel uncomfortable. And we're going to go through a case study, but I'm going to put that aside for now. And I'm going to see if there are any questions. Does anyone have any questions? Susan, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Fantastic. Have you been, Susan, welcome. This is the first time I've been able to hear you.
I couldn't hear through the computer. Could anybody else hear through the computer?
No, I had to dial in.
Okay. Yeah, so I had to go and find a phone in this particular room to record. So hopefully it'll be the sound will be okay.
Can you edit?
Yes, we're gonna be able to edit, so we'll be fine.
So every time my husband's kind of talked and walked around and danced, we can either leave it in or take it out, huh?
Right. We have a lot of different. I think we have enough material to go with.
Do you have enough?
Yeah, I'm sure we do.
Can I? Because I have a PowerPoint. I did the PDF. The other thing I just wanted to do was do the video.
Well, you can try. Want to try it again?
Let me just do one more thing. I really appreciate everyone doing this. It means a lot. Look forward. So I'm going to close this. Okay. So what I want to do now is oh, I can't stop moving again. There you go. Christina, how are you today? Doing wonderful. Thank you. Okay. What's that? So we were talking about last week diabetes in class, and you were discussing about your patient Christina who had diabetes, and you wanted to look for support groups. Were you able to find some? I don't think that was me, but I would Google it. That's a great idea. So let's put that together so everyone can get set up. We can do it. There we go. So diabetes. Oops, sorry about that. And let's see what we have. This seems to be defeatdiabetes.org. This might work for your patient. That looks good, especially since it gives it in all the states. Up here, I'll get back to the state one for you. I went too far, didn't I? There you go. And your patient lives in what state? Virginia. Okay, so Virginia it is. And there you have it. Right here, there's support group at Virginia Hospital. Fantastic. Oh, there you go. Oh, look, is Sarah Russo still in class, or did she leave? She must have left. There's one in Charlottesville as well. And Allison Baker? Yep. I know you're with the military, so there is in Fairfax the DeWitt Army Community Hospital if you're interested in doing your project on diabetes as well. Sounds great. Oh, good. All right, well, I'm going to let class go out. I want to thank you all for coming today, and your participation scores are